What's going on, ladies and gents? It's your guy here, Chris, back at you with another episode of you know what it is. Yes, you do. You know what it is. Making it happen Mondays. We back at it, y'all. I appreciate y'all stopping through. But I always like to say, subscribe to the channel, like them videos, smash that notification bell with a right hook. Get locked in to the videos once I upload them, because I'm either uploading a video every Monday, which is Making It Happen Mondays, which is today, or I'm going to upload Candid Conversations with Chris or Uplift the Moment. So you don't want to miss out on that one. Today, y'all, we're going to be talking about environmental living and triggers. Yes, triggers are not always bad. We always think triggers are bad, but they're not. So let's just say you live in a certain environment. So let's just say you live in the hood. Certain environments, living in the hood, you'll have things like you may develop a thing for using drugs or dealing drugs. Then in another token, you may be into, I'm sorry to say it, no disrespect to nobody, prostituting women. You may be into gun violence and other things that happen in the hood that may not happen, that don't happen or may not happen in the suburbs. So I'm saying that because a lot of us think that our environment dictates how we live and how we move, and it doesn't dictate that at all. Because if you want to change, you'll make a change. So let's talk about these triggers. The triggers, let's just say you're walking down the street, you're walking your dog, and you smell Chinese food. You may start thinking like, dang, I haven't had any Chinese food for a while. Let me go in there, and get me some Chinese food. That's the smell of the Chinese food is a trigger, and that trigger brings thoughts to the top of your head. And I'll get to that in a minute as far as the thoughts being at the top of your head. So then you may be, let's say, you may be in the house and you may see a commercial on TV. It may be about peanut butter. What's the first thing that you're going to think? Exactly, jelly. Then, or you may think bread first and then jelly. Because sometimes we'll have bread, no peanut butter, jelly, no peanut butter and bread. So, it's different things that can happen in that scenario. But the main reason why I said this is because seeing that commercial, it's a trigger for, oh, you know what? I haven't had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in years. You know what? Let me have one. That's a trigger. Another trigger could be, this is the best one for me. Whoo! Barbecue, the smell of a barbecue. What is that trigger for you? Summertime, nice weather, and probably other things as well. Family reunions, family gatherings, friends gathering, all of that. So those are triggers. And the reason why I bring up these triggers is because of this. Things that trigger our mind and our thought process to move maybe a little bit faster, the thoughts that come to the forefront, so to speak, are the thoughts that require massive action. Because those are the thoughts that are the most important at that particular moment. And at that particular moment, you may be in a situation where something triggers your thoughts about something. So then it's like, okay, I got to act on it. And that's what triggers do. Triggers are not always a bad thing. And I know when we speak about triggers, we think about bad things about triggers. That's not it at all. So again, when you think about your environment does not dictate what you can do and how you can do it. The only thing and the only person that dictates that is you. I'm talking to you in the black shirt. I'm talking to you in the red shirt. I'm talking to you way in the back with the orange shirt. And I'm talking to you, wait a minute, I see you, way up there in the balcony. I see you. Yes, I do. Thank you for stopping in. But our environment is a catalyst, so to speak, for our triggers in our mind and also triggers in our body as well. Because if we're, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't find a word, but if we're in an environment or a situation that triggers gun violence, that's what we're going to lean to unless we get out of that environment. So now we're changing our environment. Let's change our environment into something that is positive, something that will allow you a difference in your life. So again, triggers and environment, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. So when you get triggered by something, when that first thought comes to your mind, work on that first thought. And if it's a bad thought, take a minute, sit back, ponder on it, see how you feel about it, and make sure you make the right decision. Just make sure you make the right decision. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not guiding you into what to do, but I'm just saying make the right decision. Make the most sensible decision that will keep you out of trouble and that will keep you safe. That's all I'm saying. But again, our environment will not dictate us and how we move unless you allow it to. And a lot of times we allow our environment to dictate what we do and how we do it. And that's something that we have to stop. So again, guys, remember, our environment sends off triggers in our head. Just like a barbecue triggers warm weather. Peanut butter, seeing a commercial about peanut butter, that triggers jelly, or that triggers you to think about bread. Walking down the street with your dog, you smell Chinese food. Oh, I haven't had Chinese food in a while. Those are triggers. So think about the triggers that you have in your life. And if you have any negative triggers in your life, X them out. X those triggers out. But that's it, y'all. Talking about environments and triggers on this episode of Making It Happen Mondays. As I always say, I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Make sure you stop by again. Like the video, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and as I always say, speak to your vision. Peace.